Okay, Hyrox Bangkok. My start time is at 9:40, which is about 4:40 at home, and I've only been here for a couple of days, so it's still 4:40 for me, a.m. The race hasn't even started yet. I think the first lane, the first wave goes at 9, so in about 20 minutes. Two laps for the first round, first run, and then 1 lap for all of the other runs. And the stations are in good order, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the last wall balls are there. So I'm going to try to beat my Stockholm time, which was 1 hour and 18 minutes, and I'm going to try to do unbroken wall balls. Let's see what happens. I think I can do it. So I recommend walking the track in every race, so you can see where everything is. You get the map a couple of days before, but you still want to walk the track, because then you can see where everything actually is. So the running lap actually seems to be really big. So it probably is, I think, less than 1 kilometer, but it still is quite big. Usually they write your start time here as well. So if your start time is 9:40, you have to be in the start tunnel at 9:30, and then you wait there. You get a little introduction where they tell you how much to run, what to do. But before that, I would recommend doing a little warm-up as well.
The warm-up area usually has equipment for all of the stations. So if you want to keep it simple and not overcomplicate it, then just start with some dynamic stretches, maybe some jumps and jumping squats, and then go through a light version of all of the stations. And you shouldn't feel tired after your warm-up. Just get your body moving and get a light sweat maybe. You'll start the race with a run and then a ski erg and then another run anyway before the heavier stuff. So nothing crazy. Once you get to the venue, you have to go to the registration. The queues can be long, so if you're running late, speak to the staff. They'll probably help you skip the line so you don't miss your race.
So in Thailand, of course, you can also get a massage after your race, or even before. So the first station is the ski erg. And your ski erg time isn't the time on your ski erg, it's going to be the time in the station. So the time you run into the station and run out of the station is going to be counted in your ski erg time. So if you do a 4-minute ski and run inside the station for 20 seconds, then it's going to be 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Anyway, the running course goes all around it here. So first station, the finishing platform is there with the wall balls. In between the runs and the stations is the Roxzone. So you come in from the in arc, and then back there is going to be the out arc. And then inside of the Roxzone is my favorite station, the water station. And not regular water, the tasty water, electrolytes and stuff. So there's the sled push.
You have to push the sled for 50 meters total, which is usually split into 4 12.5 meter lanes. For most people, it's better to split the lanes in half. So you push halfway through, then you stop for a few seconds, shake out your legs, whatever, and then you push the rest. You will still get a decent time like this, but you probably won't blow out your legs too quickly. The sled push can be a trap in the beginning of your race if you go out too hard.
The sled pull, which is the first station. So you have to pull the sled again 50 meters, which is 4 times. So 2 times there and back. And you have to stay inside of this athlete's box. So you get a penalty if you step out of the box or step on the line. And there you can see my favorite station, the water station. And my least favorite station, where I'm going to try to do 100 wall balls, unbroken. Woo! So Hyrox is in Bangkok for 3 days, and they say there's about 18,000 people here racing, plus the spectators. So quite a lot of people, I think. Anyway, the 4th station, everybody's favorite, the burpees. So it's 80 meters. Each lap is 20 meters. So you finish here, go there, and then repeat. You have to start your first burpee behind the start line there, with your hands behind the start line, and then you have to finish each lane with jumping over the finish line. If you jump on the line, you have to do another burpee. And your chest has to touch the floor with each burpee, and you cannot pass your fingertips when you step up. And you can place your hands up to 30 centimeters in front of your toes. So I'm going to try to do the burpees in less than 4 minutes. That's a great plan. Let's see how it goes. So the 5th station is the Rowerg. You have to row 1,000 meters with the Rowerg. This is going to be the station where you can sit down, but it's not an easy sitting. I'm not going to try to break any records with this. I'm going to try to use this as a midway, not a rest, but an easy part. So I'm going to push hard on the burpees, then run, and then try to take it quite easy here, because after this, it's going to be farmer's carry, and then it's going to be lunges, and then it's going to be the fucking 100 wall balls. And again, with the Rowerg, same system as the ski erg. Your station time is the time you've spent in the station, not only your rowing time. So if you row for 4 minutes, spend 20 extra seconds in the station, it's 4 minutes and 20 seconds for your station time. And you have to strap your legs in first and then grab the handle. So you're not allowed to grab the handle with your feet on the floor. And once you finish, you have to raise your hand, the judge confirms, and then you run away. I would recommend raising your hand when you have about 980 on the rower, because it's probably gonna run to 1,000 without you needing to pull it anymore. So you get like 2 seconds rest. Anyway, the water station locations. Let's see how it is. Probably with some runs I can drink before the run, some runs after. So this is the farmer's carry. In Sweden it was one long track and then you turn around, which was really good because you can get a really fast time. Here it seems that it's sort of short lanes, so it's going to be a bit more uncomfortable because I have to turn so many times. And you can use chalk here, so I recommend spending a couple of seconds using the chalk, and then your grip is really good, and then just try to carry through, because you're going to be really happy if you go all the way through. And if you put your kettlebells down, watch out that nobody runs into you, and watch out that you don't run into other people that are stopping. The 7th station is the Sandbag Lunges. So you have to lunge, walking lunges for 100 meters, and your rear knee has to touch the floor every time. You have a sandbag on your shoulders. For me, it's going to be 20 kilos. And then again, it's 4 lanes of 25 meters. In the beginning of each lane, you have to start behind the start line, and then in the end of each lane, you have to step over the finish line. And then you don't have to lunge around the corners. And then there you can see the Roxzone out. Using the toilet mid-race is very complicated. So anyway, there's a toilet here. I recommend trying to go to the toilet as many times as you can before you race, which is what I'm going to do, because usually in training I have to use the toilet like 3 times an hour, especially if I have caffeine. So what I'm going to have, my race starts in exactly 30 minutes. I have to be in the start tunnel in 20. I'll have half a C4 because I had a coffee before, and I'm going to have this energy gel. First, use the toilet, do a little warm up, and then try to use the toilet again. And this is my amazing support team. She's going to be the cameraman, the supporter, and everything else. So the race has started, the first people are on the course, and I think in every 10 or 20 minutes another wave goes, so about 20 people. As you can see, in the middle, in the side of the running lane, there's a white line, so that's the fast lanes. So if you run 4 minutes per kilometer or faster, then you run inside of that. If you're slow like me, then you run on the other section here.
Wall balls is the final station in the race after the 8 1-kilometer runs and 7 stations, and you need to complete 100 reps before heading to the finish line. And if you complete all 100 reps unbroken without stopping, you get the special Red Bull Unbroken badge, which I'm going to show you in a second because I got it. And as you can see, there are 2 targets. The lower one is for women, the higher one is for men. And if you miss the target or don't squat deep enough, then the rep doesn't count and you have to do it again.
So it's done. Finished in about 1:12 something. And of course, we have the Unbroken wall balls badge. I think I could have gone a bit faster, and the sandbag I chose, it was completely wet from sweat and it was so stinky, it was so horrible the whole time. When I was doing lunges, the lunges were easier than having the fucking sweaty, disgusting bag on my back. Anyway, next time I'm gonna choose the bag a bit better. I wanted to get the ski erg, less than 4 minutes, but I did those Shrek ears, and those cost me a couple of seconds, so it was, I think, 4 and a couple of seconds. So next time I'm going to try to get the ski erg under 4 minutes. And there was a toilet on the track here. In the last race in Sweden, there was no toilets. Like, it's quite complicated to go to the toilet because you have to ask to leave from whoever is there from the team, and then you can go to the toilet and then come back to exactly the same place. But here, the toilet was on the track, so you could have gone. I didn't go. I held it in. I sweated it out. Next one's in Poland. So I'm gonna try to go closer to 1 hour in Poland. Let's see if I can do 1 hour and 5-ish minutes, maybe. And then after that, it's gonna be 2 pro races in May, in Helsinki and in Riga. Let's have some pizza, margarita, with Thai cheese, I think. Oh. Tasty.